as we bring our awareness back to the moment, getting ready for this wonderful gift you've given yourself, reminding you, breathe the breath of life. Let's interlace your fingers. Flip the palms, straight arms over your chest. Breathe into the fingers for a moment or two. And then bring awareness to your lower back. You can leave your legs straight or bent. It makes no difference to me. But let's inhale and arch the lower back away from the mat. Exhale and flatten it back down. Take a few breaths as you do that. And you can breathe into the fingers as well. But just give me a few as you get a nice rhythm. Inhale, arch the lower back away from the mat. Exhale, flatten it back down. Good, that's fine, Edna. And when you're ready, you have a nice rhythm going, we'll move the arms, right? As you inhale and arch the back, bring both arms overhead, maybe touch the pinky fingers to the floor behind you. As you exhale and flatten the back, bring the hands back over the chest. Continue matching the breath with the movement. So we're all warming up the shoulders, the wrists, the fingers, the lower back. Inhale, expanding. Remember that lower back arches on the inhale, and then it flattens on the exhale. These are pelvic tilts. And as you're inhaling and arch, that pelvic bone's tilting away from you. As you exhale and flatten, it's tilting back. And let's do about 3 or 4 more. Good. When you get your arms back overhead, go ahead and just grab opposite forearms and lay the arms over the top of your head, kind of getting a stretch in the shoulders. Bend the knees, step the feet up. Inhale, lift the butt. Exhale, lower the butt, arch pose. Inhale, butt comes up. Exhale, butt releases, arch pose. So we're now grabbing the forearms, bringing the arms, just leave them over the top of your head. But you're grabbing the arms in such a way where you feel a little bit of a stretch in the shoulders. And continue. Inhale, lift the butt. Exhale, lower the butt, arch pose. And let's do about 5 more. Whenever you're ready, let's bring the arms out like wings. Bring one ankle on top of the knee. When you're ready, exhale, lower both legs to either side of the mat. Inhale, bring the legs back to center. Exhale, lower the legs to the other side of the mat. Turn your head the opposite direction. The knees are dropping. Moving spinal twists. Exhale, lower the knees. Head turns the opposite direction. Inhale, raise the knees to center. Exhale, lower the knees in the other direction. You've lost it. Ralph, bring your foot up. Sorry, you okay? And we'll do a few more here. When you're ready, go ahead and switch. Bring the other ankle to the knee and continue. Exhale, lower the knees. You've switched ankles. Head turns the opposite direction. The knees are dropping. As you turn the head, massaging your thyroid and parathyroid gland of the throat, right? Your breathing helps regulate your metabolism. There's nothing like having a regulated metabolism. And let's do a few more, if you would. When you finish your last two, then hug in the knees. Is that light going to be okay? It's all about the practitioners on the floor and not the ones watching on YouTube. I want you guys to be kind of a little bit, not much light in here works for me. Let's straighten one leg up to the heavens. The other leg is straight on the mat. Lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Grab up near the calf. See if you can straighten the leg as you rotate that ankle 5 or 6 times in each direction. Open, close the toes, point the toes. Try to pull that leg toward your head. Tick-tock it side to side and bring in the breath. If you're reaching high enough up on the leg, you could even lay your head back. Lay your head back and turn it side to side, just relaxing that neck a little bit. You can play with all of those things. The foot, the toes, at the back of the leg, and even the neck. Give me a few more breaths as you stretch out the back of the leg. Whenever you're ready, let's release that leg. Bring up the other leg. Lift your head and shoulders if it's comfortable for you up near the calf, and then rotate that ankle 5 or 6 times. Open and close the toes, point the toes, crimp the toes, and continue breathing deeply. You can tick-tock the leg side to side and pull it towards your head. And when you're ready, release that leg down. Let's bend both knees. Place your ankle on the knee again. Both feet are on the mat. Both feet on the mat, and now place an ankle on the knee. And set the ankle down a little below the knee. When you're ready, reach through with both hands. Grab the back of the thigh that holds the ankle. Modified pigeon as the breath comes in, opening up the hips. So I'll do a little less demonstrating since there's not much space today, which is fine with me. Reach through with both hands, grab the back of the thigh that holds the ankle, and pull the legs up, opening up your hip, right? You got to use some thought. You got to use your brain and think about what we're doing. Anybody not feel their hip? So you could bring your right hand through here. And I didn't go over the breathing with you, did I? No? Bring both hands. Yeah, but see how you have this over here? You can slip it. Here. Yeah, it might be a little easier for you, right? Did I go over the breathing with you?
Yes, I have paper.
I shook your hand?
No.
Okay, so I haven't tested you. I need to remember. You're going to breathe deep today, but I usually test everyone to make sure that you're breathing the correct way. Let's release down and switch sides, right? It's easier to release all the way down, place the ankle, and then when you're ready, reach through with both hands. Grab the back of the thigh that holds that one. Edna, do you feel your hip?
Yes.
Okay. Because you could probably drop this down a little more.
I'm playing with this one here. That's my hip replacement.
Okay. Then you do what you want. Then continue breathing here as you explore that hip, if you would. Give me a few more breaths, please. And we're moving, Donna, in the boat pose. When you're ready, release. Let's find spider pose. So spider pose, you're lifting the head and shoulders. Bring your hands up the calves. Let's go ahead and spread all 10 toes. This is going to be our resting place. Just spread the toes a moment here. You can lay that, if your head is high enough up, you can lay the head back, turn it side to side a little. Now unspread the toes. see if you can float up to boat pose. See where I am? I floated up to boat pose. My heels are about 6 inches above the mat. My hands straight out. Face is soft as I breathe here. Now, set the ankles down, the heels down. Let the lower back hit, but leave your shoulders up. Bring the arms over to the ears and lay the head back. The only thing up off the mat right now is your head, your shoulders, your arms. The shoulders have to be up. Breathe here in reclining boat for 3. So my arms are here. And now, can you float back up into boat pose? Spread all 10 toes and breathe. Can you look between your toes? Do you see space between your toes? Spread them toes. Breathe into those toes. And then unspread the toes and float back up into boat. Hanging out here for a few moments. Don't you just love it? What's going on over there, Clausen? Set the heels down. Lower the back, just the lower back. Then arms go overhead. Judy. Breathing here for 3, 2. Some of you bring the arms straight up to the heavens and release down all the way. Take a break. Shut your eyes. I saw that. And do nothing. Do absolutely nothing. You can take a break now, Judy. You can relax now. Just relax. So you can begin to visualize how you're going to maneuver your wonderfully made body to a seated position. This year we're going to do our seated positions earlier in the practice so we can get them all in instead of at the end. I'm going to go right here next to Judy and Ralph, who both will be attending the yoga on the Oracle, which, by the way, the t-shirts are almost ready. Come on up to seated. Join me. So if you're behind me, turn this way. We're going to bend the right leg. This is going to be sage pose, sage seated. Bend the right leg, but don't hug it in too deep yet. Keep the foot near the knee. Interlace the fingers, pointer fingers, and try to sit straight up here for a moment. As you get your breath back, get your focus here. Do you know where your body is? Can you get the arms in line? Can you get a nice line here with the body? So this is helping strengthening the 70 sets of muscles that go up and down the spine. Take your left hand to the left thigh and give me a lateral bend to the left. Just a nice, soft lateral bend. It's a little bit awkward from this pose, so you'll have to bend that left arm as you give me a couple more breaths. And then release. Now you can hug the right leg close. Get that foot near the groin. And then grab the right leg with the left arm, right hand behind you on the mat. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist to your right. Hug the right leg with the left arm. That's your left leg. Oh, that's your right leg. You got it. Now turn to your right. Sorry about that. Turn. We're twisting. Each time you exhale, try to look behind you. Breathe. And give me 2 more deep breaths. If you're breathing, you can feel that diaphragm massaging, right? When you're ready, release. Release. Now, bring your right arm on the inside of the right leg. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to lean forward and get the back of my arm in front of that right leg and grab the ankle. Now I can go forward. Left hand grabs the left toes. Head releases down toward the knee. The breath comes in. Now grab the ankle. That's why I'm coming around. Lean. Now grab the ankle. You're going to have to come forward. Now grab the ankle. Yeah, see how you've leaned the arm in front? Now you have leverage. That arm is pushing you forward. That's why the arm's in front, right, Mary? Now grab the ankle. See how your arm is pushing you forward into the leg. The arm's pushing into
It was supposed to be out here.
No. The arm now pushes into the leg and draws you forward. Give me a few more breaths as I check. If you can. Now grab the ankle. That's it. See how now you have...
went backwards.
No, see how you now have leverage forward more? Now you probably can grab the toe. When you're ready, I may not have gotten everybody, Kathy. When you're ready, release. Now, take the right foot, just bring it, slide it forward a little bit. See if you can get your left hand behind you and come on up to tripod or seeing the stars. Lay the right arm back, lay the head back, holding up here a little bit of weight-bearing exercises. Might as well strengthen the muscles and get denser bones, right? When you do weight-bearing, might as well get the bones a little denser. 3, 2, and release down when you're ready. Let's bend the left leg. Wasn't that fun, Harriet? Harriet's right there. She's the first chair celloist. She'll be performing. She'll be performing at the retreat. So left leg. Let's just spring here for a moment. Not long this time because we are in the moment. We've been breathing. Take your right hand down to the side and exhale to a lateral bend. Each time you exhale, trickling to the right. And give me 2 more breaths, 2 more bends. You can bend that right arm, Helen. Beginning to release out when you're ready. Come back out. Now you can hug the leg in tight. And that's your left leg, so grab it with your right arm. Bring your left hand behind you. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist to your left. Each time you exhale, turn a little more. Then try to look behind you. Make sure the breath is deep. Good. And if you're breathing, you should feel that diaphragm massaging the liver, the kidneys, the spleen. Well done indeed. When you're ready, you can release back out. So Kathy, watch closely. Now, you can hug that knee in, but I'm going to shift my sit bones forward. Bring your left arm on the inside of the leg, and then grab the ankle. And now my arm's in front, and now I can take my right hand down to the right foot. That's correct. And then breathe. That arm that's in front is pushing you forward. That's fine, Ralph. Give me your arm. Now grab the ankle. Good. Now grab the foot. See, this arm pushes you forward as it pushes into the leg. That's fine, Denise. We're on the left leg. But you got it right last half. You're wrong on this one.
Well, that's what I thought.
That's why I'm going to come over. Now grab your ankle this way. I'm coming, Harriet. First chair celloist.
I don't know what to do with the left arm.
Grab the ankle. Lean forward. Grab the ankle. Now the right hand is to the foot. That's correct. Well, I think it was. I might have missed you. Breathing here for a few more deep breaths. This is head to knee. And we have about 10 different head to knees, right? Didn't we just go over this? This arm's pushing you forward. When you're ready, you can release. But leave the left leg there, right? But let's move the left foot in a better place by the knee. And then the right hand goes behind you. And find tripod. Lay the left arm back. Seeing the stars. Look up to the heavens. And breathe. Let me see it. I'm waiting. Use some muscle. And that's fine too, Mary. If you want, you can do both hands. 3, 2, and when you're ready, release down. Go ahead all the way down to the mat. I saw that. And take a break. Rest. Close your eyes. Take another break. Did you make a face? Did you get a good shot of the back of my head? Okay, so we're going to move on to a table series, and then we'll come up to standing. And you're keeping an eye. You're still fine. We're going to still be able to get you, I think, all the way up to standing, at least in our balance pose. And if you're doing yoga, a good half hour of yoga, I think you ended up with 40 minutes maybe, or 35 is better than none. And even if you're doing yoga regular, you can get by with 20 minutes if it's every day. When you're ready, let's come up to table pose. So rounding the back. Table pose, you're on your hands and knees. Let's do a few cat-cows when you're ready. I'm just going to do those just to get you in a nice rhythm. So when you're ready, exhale, round the back, chin goes to the chest. Rounding the back to the heavens, good. Then inhale, arch the back, bring the belly to the mat, look straight ahead or up, good. Cat-cow, exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, arch the back, push the belly to the mat, look straight ahead or up, good. So we're going to do the same thing in a minute with opposite and extended. And I've seen enough. When you get back to center, stop. So we're going to do opposite and extend it. Now exhale, round the back, and keep the back rounded for 3 breaths. Stay there and breathe for 3 breaths. So this is cat, but we're staying there. Now, you could bring the head back up and inhale. See if you can lift the opposite leg and the opposite arm. Notice I'm bending the leg so I can drive the foot up and the arm is bent. And lift the head and hold here for 3 breaths. And that's 3. Set that side down. Round the back. Chin goes to the chest again. Hold the rounding of the back for 1 and 3. Come back out. Bring the opposite arm and leg the other side. Bend the knees so you can drive the foot up. Bend the elbows so you can drive the hand up, and the head comes up. And that's 3. Set down. Round the back. Chin to chest. And you're going to do just 2 more. I'll go with you with them. When you're ready, come up. Lift the bent leg up. The bent arm up. Opposite. And try to get everything up as high as you can. I like the arm bent so you can drive the hand up. And set that down and round the back, chin to chest. Last one. Keep the rounding of the back. Good. Nice and round. Good. And then the last one, when you're ready, bring the opposite arm and leg up. If the leg is bent, you can drive the foot up. If the arm is bent, you can get the hand up. Well done. When you're ready, push back into child's pose. Briefly, take a break. Briefly. You going for the record, Shar? So we just moved the back forward and back. We're going to move it sideways and then twist it before we come up to standing. And that should be long enough for your break. Come back up to table pose. Extend your right leg straight back behind you, but leave it up at shoulder height and hold it there at shoulder height. Breathing here, back into the breathing. We're moving laterally now. See if you can move that whole right leg to the left side of your body. Look over your left shoulder and have a look at that right foot. Can you see your right foot? Keep the integrity of the height of the leg and breathe. Well done. Let's set that right knee down and extend the left leg straight back. Keep it at hip height as you hold it there. Straight behind you to start. Don't turn it just yet because we're trying to strengthen. And now when you're ready, go ahead, Judy. You can move that whole left leg to the right. Look over your shoulder. See if you can see the foot as your breath continues. When you're ready, set that knee down. And let's move from here. This is our rest now. Take the back of your right hand on the mat. Thread it between the left hand and the left knee. Keep threading it. See if you can get your right shoulder down and the side of your head down to the mat. And then bring your left arm behind the back. Try to move your head so it's looking up. You kind of have to scooch the head. You might have to turn the head and then see if you can open that shoulder. You could call this thread the needle. So this is our twisting, right? We did, how you feeling, Jeanette? We did forward and back, we did lateral, now we're twisting here. Good. And when you're ready, come back up to table pose and take the back of your left hand to the mat and thread it between the right hand and the right knee. And keep threading it until you get your shoulder down. And then when you get a decent balance, take the back of your right hand to the back and try to turn that shoulder open. You might have to adjust your head so it's facing up. So this is good for the neck. A lot of wrestlers will strengthen their necks. We have muscles in the neck, and if we don't stay too long, you won't get any neck issues. I just need a few more breaths. So this can go here. Well done. When you're ready, you can push back into child's pose. Take a moment to just relax. So we're going to try to get to standing, and then we'll do our balance pose, and then Denise will have to leave us. But Denise is the only thing you're going to miss. Brenda. Sorry, Denise. Oh, sorry, Brenda. Brenda, you're going to miss just a couple standing sequences. Moon salutation and a little triangle deal. When you're ready, let's come up to table pose. Bear walk. Bear walk. So you're in table pose. Walk the hands forward about a hand length and a half. Curl the toes under. Now you're going to inhale upward dog. Exhale downward dog. And then keep going. Inhale upward dog. Exhale downward dog. Bear walk. The only thing that moves, the toes and hands stay on the mat and you just move. Try to look up to the heavens as the groin drops down. Helen, I like it. Keep the arms straight if you can. That might be a nice drop for you. Lock those arms. Head up. I like that. You're loosening up in that lower back. Let's do 2 more. And then stay in downward dog. 2 more and stay in downward dog. Make sure you walk your feet when you're in downward dog. Remember, you're 90 degrees. Everybody should be in downward dog now. When you're ready, step your right foot up to the hands. If you can't get it there, reach back with the right hand and pull that right foot up and show me your lunge. Everybody should be in lunge. That foot needs to be up farther, Judy. That right foot. One hand on either side of the right foot. When you're ready, bring the right arm up to the heavens. Follow with the eyes and chin. Have a look. Good. Breathing here. So this will be it. Modified side angle. Take that right hand back down. Put it anywhere you want. Bring the left hand up. You're going to have to figure out where you want it. When we get to the last one, I'll give you an option. Maybe you can flatten that hand that's on the mat. When you're ready, don't do that. Set the hand back down and step the front foot back to downward dog. Are you okay?
Yeah.
It's all right. This is strengthening you. I'm not trying to distract you, though. Last one, Brenda, then you can take a sleep. Step your left foot up when you're ready. And take your time. You're trying to find lunge. Sure, I want you to step up there if you can, but if you have to get there a different way, that's fine. Both hands on the mat on either side of the left foot. You trying to get to standing, Harriet? Bring the left arm up to the heavens. Follow with the eyes and chin. You're looking up at the fingertips, you're breathing. Face is soft. And set that left hand down anywhere you want, because you know the right one's coming up. When you're ready, right one comes up. Follow with the eyes and chin. Make sure you're breathing. This one's a little more challenging, right? It's just the way the anatomy of the body is. You've got to figure it out. I could have had you bring the hand on the inside of the foot, but I did not. Don't do that. When you're ready, set the hand down. One hand on either side of the front foot. Turn the heel of the back foot up and step the back foot to the front, forward fold. Leave your fingers near the toes as you rest for a moment. You're going to be bringing the fingertips under the heels a la Bikram yoga. If you're ready now, you can walk your hands to the outside of the feet. Bend the knees and get the fingers under your heels. Under your heels. This will be your last move. Try to let the head go. And try to straighten your legs. If your legs are already straight, then pull your head down toward the mat as you try to stretch out that spine. Give me a few more breaths. Stretching here, you know that you're going to be released in 3 breaths, so pull yourself down. And when you're ready, you come up to standing. Since you've been in forward fold for a little while, as you come up, flip the palms and lay the head back a little bit, push the groin forward. Give me a little bit of a back bend. Just a little back bend as you breathe here in a Tibetan back bend. And when you're ready, release the center. Oh, not too bad, huh? Quite fun, too. See, Judy's even extending it because she's enjoying it so much. Chair pose. What? I saw that. Chair pose. You're trying to cross. Did I say chair? I know I said chair. I meant to say eagle pose. One-legged chair. You're trying to cross the legs twice, right? And then you're trying to cross the arms twice. You can have a low-flying eagle, or you can have the full expression, and most of the time you'll see eagle pose all the way up here. When you're ready, have fun. If you can't cross the legs twice, then cross them once. Shouldn't you have your eyes? Well, you could. Now you know what eagle pose is. So that when you're ready, at least try to shut, at least for 3 minutes, Brenda. No, Brenda's leaving early today. Okay, you come off of the mat. This is like balancing on a sponge. So come on a harder surface and come over here. Show me eagle arms. That's why I'm over here. So you'll cross twice. Now you have eagle arms. Now, see if you can cross one leg over the other. Just bend the knee and see if you can. Then lift one foot. And Brenda, let's go ahead and show you eagle. Stay there. Just show me eagle arms. You're going to, now, trying to cross twice. There it is. But you're going to try to keep the elbows in. Now see if you can catch them here. You're close. Bend this. Yeah, there you go. Now touch hands. See how you crossed them arms twice? Okay, that's eagle arms. So I just thought I'd share with you. Now you've got the left on top of the right. Now switch. Now do the cross twice. There you go. That's eagle. And you'll try to cross. Eagle legs, bend this. No. Bend this leg. Set it there. Now cross again. That's your eagle legs. All right, who else needs help? You now have 1 minute. Come off. Let's check your eagle arms. That's it. Good, Ralph. Now just get that leg. What? You guys talking about eagle pose?
Yes, we are. What else?
What's going on?
It's better than it was.
You should keep going because all over the world is seeing your eagle. Remember, the whole world is seeing your eagle pose. 30 seconds. Make sure you do both legs, both sides. If you want, when you come out of eagle, you can put a little flash into the pose. You have 10. When you're ready, let's release. Come back to you. See you, Brenda. Have a great day. And when remind me to go over your breathing when you get back. Let's come back to your mat. Slow moving moon salutation. Find your mat, the length of your mat. But start out in mountain pose. Your feet about hip width. We're going to move through a slow-moving moon salutation, and then we'll see about winding down. We'll check the time. Interlace the fingers, pointer fingers. And then lay the head back and try to stretch. Be patient. Each time you inhale, lift out a little bit more each time. Each time you inhale, lift out a little more each time. You should be able to feel separation between you and the waist. You should be able to feel like the vertebrae are separating, right? So we're moving slowly. When you're ready, bring your head so you can see me and give me an exhale to either side. Give me a lateral bend. We're going to do about 4 exhales. So each time you exhale, you're going down a little further. And back to center. To center, please, and exhale the other way. Each time you exhale, slowly trickling down the other way. And back to center. Now, see if you can't find bullwinkle arms and step out to goddess pose. As you find goddess pose, sit the butt back and sit down for 5 exhales. Each time you exhale, sit down a little deeper. This is goddess. I'm hoping you get down one more time, holding here. Yeah. Too easy? Come back up. 5-pointed star. And by the way, you can now move your feet, maybe where they're parallel with each other. And take either hand to the thigh, the other arm straight up. Follow the fingertips with the eyes and chin. As you exhale, trickle that bottom hand down the leg. This is modified triangle, but we're doing it in a moon salutation slowly. Both legs are straight, right, Mike? And that top arm is straight up. Do you know what it's doing? Yes. Keep the energy in the top arm straight up, Dorothy, with the arm. Straight up. When you're ready, come back to center. Bring the other arm to the bottom, the leg, and exhale the other way. So this is modified triangle. Top arm is straight up. And you're looking at the top hand.
I can't quite get it there.
When you're ready, release to center. Arms out like wings. Cross over and down. Once you get the fingertips down, set the top arm. Set your eyes and look at the top hand. Now I'm going to ask you to do one more thing. As you breathe and as your body begins to open up, I want you to see if you can get that bottom hand closer to the toe, or even get the bottom hand like Dorothy has with a flat hand. She's flattened the hand down. Are you able to feel like you are in control of this pose without barely touching the fingertips? You're supposed to cross across. When you're ready, come back up. Arms out like wings. Cross over to the other side. And when you get the fingers down, set the top hand and look up. Keep your eyes up. And then maybe you can get the hand flat when you come down. Controlling that hand near the foot. Breathing here. And give me one more breath. When you're ready, come back up to standing. Let's find Bullwinkle arms as you exhale down in Goddess. Each time you exhale, you're trying to trickle down a little more each time. I'm at 3 and 4. So this is Goddess pose, good for strengthening. As you come up, you can inhale. See if you can step to mountain and then interlace, lay the head back, and give me about 3 inhales as you stretch up. And then bring your head to look at me. Exhale to 3 inhales to a lateral bend. 1, 2, and 3. And then back to center. Exhale the other way for 1, 2, and 3. Come back to center. Change the hands to prayer hands, and you can exhale them right back down to the heart. Prayer hands. Nice job, Ralph. He doesn't know how to do the Obama fist pump. That's not big with me. I'm not big on that. Okay, release. So we're going to do one more. Should we? Yeah. Sure. Turn your right foot out. Now, you're going to get the legs far enough so that if you bent the right knee, you are now in lunge. Does everybody see that? So you could practice your lunge. You're going to get the legs far enough apart, so if you bent the knee, you're in lunge. One hand on either side of the right foot. Does everybody see that? Good. Now come back up. So let's do the full expression of triangle now. Bring the back of the right hand on the inside of the right leg. Left hand straight up to the heavens. As you exhale, trickle the right hand down the inside of the right leg. Triangle. Each time you exhale down, looking up at the top hand. This is a lateral bend. Keep it going. Both legs are straight, right, Mike? Now I'm going to share with you the right way to move the arms and see how well you do. When you're ready, bend the knee. Bring both hands down to the mat on either side of the right foot. Bend the knee. Bring your right arm up to the heavens. So we were just here, weren't we? Now this time, though, I'm going to test and see if you can get the right arm where I want it. Last time I let you put it anywhere you want it. When you're ready, bring the right arm down, but see if you can kiss it up against the inside of the right foot. against the inside and flatten the hand down. And when you get that arm down there, bring the left arm up to the heavens. Now you may not fall. It's very possible that you won't fall now. Hang in there, Mary. I saw that little... Don't be falling. When you're ready, release. Both hands down to the mat. Turn the heel of the back foot up. The left foot. Turn the heel up. Both your hands, Ralph, on either side of that front right foot. Step the back foot to the front. Forward fold. Take a rest here for a moment while you get your balance and stretching. Take a moment. And whenever you're ready, release to standing. Oh yeah. We have to balance it out, Edna. That's Edna next to Dorothy. Dorothy, Edna. Turn the left foot out. Right? And get the legs far apart so that if you bend the left knee, you've got one hand on either side of the left foot. Right? That's your lunge. That's where we're going in a minute. But we're coming back up. When you're ready, figure out how wide you're going to be. Come back up to standing. Left foot is out, right? I'm waiting. Edna, come on up. Bring the back of your left hand to the inside of the left leg. Right arm straight up. Follow with the eyes and chin. When you're ready, exhale that left hand down the inside of the leg. Each time you exhale, trickling it down in triangle pose. Both legs are straight. Both legs are straight, Ralph. Good. I liked it. I like it. Char with a nice line today. Nice. Are you looking up the hand? When you're ready, bring both hands down to the mat. Right in time, Janet. Bend that left knee. Bring the left arm up to the heavens. You can do anything you want with the back foot. You can have the heel up like Jeanette, or you can have it down. But that left arm is up and you're looking straight at the fingertips. Who's bugging you today? I heard that thing snap. When you're ready, take the left hand down to the mat. Kiss it up against the inside of the left leg. And then bring the right arm up when you're ready. This is a better line. We didn't share this with you the first time, did we? This is a better line. It's more solid. When you're ready, well done, you guys. Bring the hand down. Turn the heel up in the back. See if you can step both hands are down on either side of the left foot. Right? We just had that foot this way. Step the back foot to the front, forward fold. Leave the fingers near the toes as you rest. Take a moment to rest and stretch. Rest and stretch. Rest and stretch. When you're ready, come up to standing. All right. We made it. Too easy? Way too easy. No. We've got... we need chair pose. You guys can turn this way. You're going to try to turn, get the arm on the outside of the legs, get the fingers to the mat, bring the other arm up, looking straight up, feet together. When you're ready, have fun. Feet together, bend the knees. You're going to have to bend the knees. Good. Now see if you can get the eyes up. If you bent the knees a little more, you could get the arm out here. You're close, but you need to bend the knees so you get the arm here.
What arm?
That lower arm. Bend the knees. You got to get those knees bent down, way down there so you can get the fingers. When you're ready, do the other side if you haven't already. So I'm waiting. This arm, I like your line. This arm, you bend the knees. Watch. See, the arm has to go outside and down.
Yeah.
So it takes a little strength, doesn't it? You have 10 seconds. And there's only 2 minutes left in class. That was very graceful, though. Release. Now, this one. This one, same thing. But you're going to find prayer arms. Now, I'm taking my time. I'm trying to get my belly out of the way. Once I get my prayer arms, I'm going to exhale, twisting, pushing the arm into the leg, trying to get my chin looking straight up, trying to twist the back. When you're ready, have fun. This is 2 of 3, and before we finish, there's one more after this. Let's do it. We have about 2 minutes to go. Yeah, now do your turn. Good. I like it. Looks like the men are looking pretty good here. The vets. After 6 to 8 breaths on one side, go ahead and do the other. Forearms are opposing each other. And then look up. You're trying to push the arm into the leg, and you're trying to twist. And that should do it. You can begin releasing. Ralph, come back up. Last pose of the day. Last pose of the day. Keep the feet together and see if you can squat. Now, if you can't squat, we won't be here long. This is the last pose of the day. But feet are together. Bring your arms inside the legs. Spread the legs. This is garland pose, G-A-R-L-A-N-D, garland. You're going to try now to bring the hands behind you and interlace the fingers near the heels of the feet. And then bring the head looking up, and you're in garland. Now, if you can't interlace the fingers, try to bring the arms and grab the ankles or the heels, right, Judy? And now you're in garland pose. And hang out there for 5 or 6 breaths. Good. Five, 4. If you want to hang and play, you can. But when you're ready, find the most important pose in all of yoga. Your final resting pose. Since we have been twisting the spine, right? We have been going forward, Ben just said. Definitely do some arch pose. Inhale, lift the butt. Definitely hug in the knees after 6 or 7 or 8 arch poses. And bring your spine back to equanimity. And when you're ready, shut your eyes and find the most important pose in all of yoga. As you bring that powerful consciousness back to the moment, take all the time you need, stretch out any way that works best for you and your body. Eventually, carefully, mindfully make your way to a comfortable seated position. So I like that class. It has a lot of variety. It wasn't too bad. How'd you like that class, Edna?
I like it. Very bad.
Ralph?
Very bad.
Ralph says very bad. This is Ralph. Let's bring our hands together to the heart center. As always, thank you all for such a terrific effort sharing your practice today with me and with each other. Today's closing from Kirananda. Think of life as dancing on air. Soar in spirit over every mountain on wings of pure joy. And from me, I hope the rest of your day is pleasurable. Namaste. And Dr. Joyce will be here Thursday.